Hello, Satish. Hi,
Hi, ma'am.
how are you?
Fine, ma'am. How are you?
Good, Satish. Today I have a power shutdown. I don't know how long I'm. Anyway, I have இது இருக்கு என்கிட்ட. Wi-Fi I
Okay.
have. ஏன்னா அது வந்து UPSல இதா இருக்கு. But I don't know about my laptop connection. How long it's going to sustain? It says like 2 hours. Let's see.
ஒன் அண்ட் ஹாஃப் ஹவர் இதாகும்ல மேம் உங்களுக்கு.
எனக்கு என்னோட ஸ்கூலோட கிளாஸ் இருந்ததுங்க சதீஷ். அதனால
Okay.
கொஞ்சம் இட் டுக் சம் டைம். அதுல கொஞ்சம் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன். அது பண்ணி
Okay.
ஆகணும்ட்டு. அதனால டெஃபினெட்லி இது அவ்ளோ ஃபுல்லா இல்ல. இட்ஸ் சம்வேர் அரவுண்ட் 60% என்னமோ தான் இருக்கு. லெட்ஸ் சி. இன்னைக்கு எவ்வளவு தூரத்துக்கு வருமோ வரட்டும். அது புக்
எனக்கு
எடுக்க முடிஞ்சுதாங்களாங்க சதீஷ்? புக்
சுவாதி மெசேஜ் அனுப்பியிருந்தாங்க, ஏதோ ஒர்க் பண்ணிருக்கேன் நான் சென்ட் பண்றேன்னு சொன்னாங்க. So,
சரிங்க.
நான் அப்படியே யூடியூப்லயே பார்த்து எழுத ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கேன்.
சரி, சரி. சதீஷ் இல்ல நான் கேக்குறது உங்களோட புக்கு இதாயிடுச்சான்னு கேட்டேன்.
எந்த book?
புக் ஒண்ணு நான் வந்து அந்த டாக்குமெண்ட் இதுல அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கேங்க சதீஷ். அத பிரிண்ட் அவுட் எடுக்க சொல்லியிருந்தேன் ஒரு கிளாஸ்ல.
இப்படி எடுத்து வச்சிருந்தேன், இந்த புக் தான் நினைக்கிறேன். உம், இந்த புக்
ஆமா, ஆமா சதீஷ். அதேதான், அதேதான். சூப்பர். ஏன்னா அது இருந்ததுன்னா we can actually start the class. ஏன்னா நம்மளுக்கு அந்த பேசிக்ஸ் ஓரளவுக்கு முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. ஒன்ஸ் we start with the book நீங்க பாத்துக்கோங்க. தட் நீங்க ரொம்ப ஆஃபன் இதாகாத மாதிரி கிளாஸ் மிஸ் பண்ணாத மாதிரி. அது பண்ணாம இருந்தாலே உங்களுக்கு ஆக்சுவலி
அந்த லாஸ்ட்
அவ்வளவு.
1 வீக் பெங்களூர் போயிருந்தேன். சோ அங்க போய்
ஓகே.
கிளாஸ் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ண நினைப்பேன். மறுபடியும் ரூம் காரக்குள்ள டிராபிக்ல மாட்டி ஈவினிங் 7, 8
மாட்டி
o'clock ஆயிடுச்சு.
கண்டிப்பா. இல்ல ஆனா எதுக்காக சொல்றேன்னா, இப்போ இவ்வளவு நாள் நம்ம பார்த்தது ஒரு பேசிக் தானே. அது வந்து
ஓகே
ஒண்ணும்
ஓகே
ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்காது. பெருசா உங்களுக்கு நீங்க மிஸ் பண்ணா கூட உங்களுக்கு வந்து இது கிடையாது. ப்ராப்ளம் இல்ல. அதே இனிமேல் புக்ல இருக்கிறது வந்து எப்படின்னா, உங்களுக்கு வந்து அதேதான் இப்ப நம்ம என்ன பண்ணமோ, அந்த அதே தான் பண்ணுவோம். ஆனா என்னன்னா, கொஞ்சம் ஃபாஸ்ட்டா போவோம். ஏன்னா, நம்மளுக்கு ஆல்ரெடி கொஞ்சம் பேசிக்ஸ் தெரியும்னு. ஆனா உங்க உங்க பேட்ச் கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லோவா தான் போணும். ஆ
ஓகே ஓகே
பண்ணிட்டு பாத்துக்கலாங்க சதீஷ். அதுல ஏதாவது இருந்ததுன்னா மட்டும் நீங்க இது பண்ணிக்கோங்க. டவுட்ஸ் கிளியர்
ஓகே
பண்ணிக்கோங்க அப்பப்போ.
ஓகே.
யா.
மேக்ஸிமம் படிச்சா ஈஸியா இருக்கும். நம்ம எங்க
ம். இப்ப நீங்க என்ன
நீங்க
கரண்ட்லி என்ன வொர்க்குங் சதீஷ் பண்றீங்க?
நான் இங்க ரியல் எஸ்டேட் தான் பண்றேன்.
ஓகே. எந்த இடத்துல? நம்
கோயம்புத்தூர் கணபதி தான், ரத்னபுரி இருக்கு, ஓம்னி பஸ் ஸ்டாண்டுக்கு பேக் சைடு.
ஓகே. அந்த இடத்துலங்களா?
வீடு வீடு அங்கதான் இருக்கு.
சரி, சரி.
நம்மளுக்கு மீதி கோயம்புத்தூர் பொள்ளாச்சியில தான் இடம், சேல்ஸ் பாக்குறது, இது பண்றது
ஓகே.
அப்பா கூட சேர்ந்து.
ஓ! சரி, சரிங்க சதீஷ்.
அப்படியே ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இது பண்றது, அப்ராடுக்கு மாஸ்டர்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரி, டாக்டருக்கு அந்த மாதிரி அட்மிஷன் ரெடி பண்ணி தரது,
ஓ! சரிங்க.
இந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன்.
ஓகே.
Ajil bro, clean shave है
Hi bro. Hi
shave
ma'am.
है
Shave
Hi, Ajil.
ma'am.
Hi ma'am.
Hi, Abik.
Hi ma'am.
Hi, Vishnu.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm just sending you the 1 second, just hold on. I'm sending you the link for the documents. Hope, do you all have your book, a copy of your book with you today?
Take print out ma'am.
You have taken printout. Yeah, Satish
Yeah.
also told me that he has taken some printouts.
But
And
it is not clear ma'am. It will be problem.
not clear, is it? It will not be very clear, but not very bad also.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so I'm just sharing the in the chat window. I'm sharing the document drive where you can see the lessons. I have uploaded all the 10. You can see right all the 10 lections in from your The PPT lessons, I think there is like duplicates, like in the sense there is one with audio, one without audio. So look into it. So all the 10 lessons are there, just like, for revision. Yeah. And in the book, you have both the books right here, A1 and A2. Sorry, A1 and A1, which is like, this is A2. That's not the one. This is one. Okay. I think I have a copy. Okay. So how many of you have the book with you today? Satish has, Vishnu has. What
I
about
don't have.
Ajil, Abik?
No, ma'am, I haven't any copy. I ordered the book on Amazon. The copy,
Will come?
yeah, will come.
Okay. No. I mean, will come on, how many days or something?
Maybe before coming Friday, ma'am.
Okay. Just hold on for 1 second. So we'll just start with the book today. It's going to be like anyway today, and you will have one more day, which is on Friday. We will start. For now, you can have the PDF version of the book in your. You will have it in your system. For now, you can hold on. Once your book comes, then you can start working with the book. Okay. And Abik, what about you, Abik?
On Wednesday, I will be taking printout.
Okay. Yeah.
Wednesday.
Please take a printout because you have Wednesday.
Okay.
So we'll just start with the book. It's going to be like, you'll listen to some things. See, one before that, in case if the like, my thing goes off, then it's going to be a problem because we have a full day, like almost a half a day shutdown. So I'm not able to charge my laptop. I have around like 60 to 65%. So let us see how long it goes. It'll go. So hopefully it doesn't get disconnected. In that case, I'll ask Swatini to send a message in case it gets disconnected. Okay. So what you see in front of you, I'll just share. I think it is getting shared. Yeah. This is your book, and you see that the book has Inhalt. So this is your Netzwerk A1. And what is written here is Kursbuch. Kursbuch
Course.
means, yeah, Kursbuch means course book or textbook. Yeah. And you have, so there is a lot of clarifications given right here. So I'll just like, it is an digital one, so I can actually work with like this. Okay.
Ma'am,
So,
what is
yeah,
this map?
which one?
Map.
The map of Germany?
Yeah.
Yeah, the map of Germany. It is a map of Germany. What happened? Yeah. So that's the map of Germany. I don't have, yeah, I do have the book with me. I don't have the copy of the map on the digital version, but you can see that, the whole thing is the map. I don't know whether you can see it. I can switch. No, it's not there in our book, online book. It's only available in the original book. We can look at that when everybody has a book. Okay. And if you see what are the meanings of each of these. So this thing right here, like a video tape that you see 2.4 like that, will show you like, a small video. Okay. And here, when you have with a pencil or a pen, you may say, which is like your word charts, which is vocabulary words. Okay. And then you have a CD like here, which is the track number. For instance, 1.8. I will also upload all the audio tracks for your CD in your drive. Okay. So, like, yeah, of course, if you have a book, you are ordering a book, you will get a CD with the book. Otherwise, what happens is you need to really know where and which CD number it is. So you have to see the number 1.8 in the audio file. There'll be on 1.8 which you have to click. Yeah. And we have some things like here. So we'll go to the first one so that we will get an idea of how it goes. And so first, always what you see is LAN sealer. LAN sealer, which means learning goals. Yeah. So I'm going to annotate right here so that LAN sealer means learning goals. So every lesson has a learning goal, and every lesson will have a grammatic. Look right here. There is a grammatic right here. And I don't want this to be maybe invite. Grammatic, and you have the learning goals. So we will just look into what these learning goals really mean. Somebody's mobile is like that message sound is very, very strong. Look into your mobiles if at all it's yours. Just can you just mute it so that we are not disturbed by it? So the first one is Grüßen und verabschieden. Grüßen is a word which means to to greet. Yeah, greetings, right? To greet. And verabschieden is to part away or to say a bye. Yeah, to greet or to part away. So these two are the meanings of these two words, grüßen und verabschieden. And then the next is that's what you're going to learn in this. That's the first point. The second point being sich und andere vorstellen. You are going to introduce yourself and the others who are there in front of you. Then you have to über sich und andere sprechen. So about somebody, if you want to talk about someone else, then how will you speak? That is what it is. And then you have Zahlen bis 20, Telefonnummer und E-Mail-Adresse sagen. So Zahlen bis 20 is numbers till 20 and telephone number and email address. You're going to share the telephone number and email address. Okay. And then Buchstabieren, which means to spell. Buchstabieren is to spell. And über Länder und Sprachen sprechen, about the country and the languages. We are going to see both. Yeah. And the grammatic, what are all the grammar topics in this is W Frage, which we started with the last class. We will look into it in case once this is over, we will look into all the W questions. Aus, Aussagesatz, which means the introductions and answers for certain things. And then the sentence structure is also ein Aussagesatz. And the third being Verben und Personalpronomen eins. Personalpronomen I is the first one, ish, the first or the singular ones is what we say. Yeah, we are going to see all that. So now we will just look into how we bring that into picture. And just hold on, I'm going to move this. And then you have So you can see that, right? Where is it? 1 second, hold on. Yeah. So when you have 1 second. Yeah, I just had to figure out. Okay, so there are so many words that is in front of you. Like you can see those pictures in front of you, and we will see each one in detail. But we are not going to really do anything about it. It's just for your like warm up. So if you see the first one, something is written. Butterbrot is written. What is that of your language? What do you say? This is cheese,
Butter
isn't it?
bread.
Butter bread. Okay. And what is that on the top? It's cheese. How do you say cheese after in Malayalam?
Same, ma'am.
What?
Same.
We don't
Oh,
know the
say
exact Malayalam word ma'am, about cheese.
cheese. Yeah. So
We also use cheese.
we actually take the words. Sometimes we take the English words and use it as well because there doesn't exist at times a word in our own language, isn't it?
Yeah.
So okay. So the second picture, if you see, what is that picture?
I think it's
It's a window,
window.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you say in Malayalam?
Janala.
What is that?
Janala.
Okay. In Tamil,
Jannal.
Satish? Yeah, in general. And the third picture is something. Who is she by profession?
Earring.
Kudante.
Who is she by profession? Basin Sifon Beruf.
Um, I mean,
The lady.
Ocean.
The lady is a doctor. Can you see the stethoscope?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a doctor in Malayalam.
Vaidyan.
White. It's same. Doctor.
Yeah, in Tamil as well,
There's
right,
no change, ma'am.
Satish?
Yeah.
Abik as well. Tamil also we have the same, no? Vaidyan.
Vaidya.
Vaidya.
Sometimes a Maruthuvar.
Maruthuvar also, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you see what is that? 4. Picture 4.
Koro. On Koro.
Something board.
A
Direction board.
board.
Signboard.
Exactly. Signboard, or you can see like it usually is on the highway. It's so big. Can you
Yes, ma'am.
see? It
Yes,
also
ma'am.
says E80, which means it might be something it's called the Autobahn in Turkish. Of Deutsch,
Autobahn.
it is Autobahn. Yeah,
Autobahn.
Autobahn is nothing but the highway. And you see the number right here, which one, whether we have to take the numbers. And of course, we also have national NH 66, NH, which is the longest. I don't know. I'm very bad at that. So one highway is actually the longest highway in India. No, you know the number
Kanyakumari to Kashmir. NH 47.
47. Very good, Abik. I don't know. Thank you for that information. So that is like that. Like like E80 is a highway number. Okay, 5. We're still in Italianish. We don't have any
Sausage.
sausage. Yeah,
Like
that's an
dog. On something in the look like dog. Dog.
really. No, that's not dog food. It is human food. The fifth one is a sausage. A sausage is something like a minced meat. Like, the meat is completely, worked on, and it is like, chopped into, like, it is actually grinded almost.
Grinder. Yeah.
Yeah, grinded. But there are like very, very different sausages. The meat is grinded and then flavors are added at times. Sometimes it is very very like, raw with a little bit of salt and all that. And you can actually boil it, you can grill it, you can, like
Right.
roast it, you can do anything about it. And in Germany, you have a chicken sausage also. Sometimes in Bangalore, you get sausages, but you usually get red meat sausages like beef or pork you get. But we don't get chicken sausage is very, very rare. But in Germany, you have all the, any meat you take, there will be a sausage for it. And these sausages are used for the breakfast usually, not for the lunch. Usually it is used for the breakfast. You see a big, nice, heavy bread, and in between there will be leaves, there will be like salad leaves, cucumber, and then there will be a sausage with some sauces, and they have one bread which should be enough till the afternoon. It is very heavy. So that's sausage or Wurst of Deutsch. And then somebody says it is called Frühstück in Ungarisch. Ungarisch is a language from Hungary. Yeah. Budapest is there in Hungary, and it's like Ungarisch. It's called Frühstück. And in German, it is called Frühstück. Yeah. And in English, we call it as breakfast, isn't it? So in Malayalam, how do you say breakfast?
Prabhada Bhashan.
And how do we say that in Tamil?
காலை உணவு.
Kale unavu, exactly. So we say Frühstück is nothing but the breakfast. And then the next one is called and strudel. Strudel, it's also in English, it's called the strudel. And strudel is something like a small piece of like a puff kind of a bread. And inside, it's not like it's very like, it's very close to the veg puff, but in a long, yeah. And but inside it will be sweet. You can see the small chunks, which is usually apples or bananas, banana strudel or apfel strudel. That es gibt so viele verschiedene Strudel, which is like there are a lot of, sweet strudels. Then you have a dance called vals in Spanish. In English, waltz, waltz. Waltz is a type of dance. It is a couple dance, and they actually learn waltz for usually for their weddings. Yeah, here as well you can see that it is a wedding and they are dancing a waltz dance. So it's waltz of Spanish. And then they say Anzug, which is Anzug is nothing but Bulgarish. Something is written, and it is written Anzug, approximately equal to Anzug, which is nothing but the jacket which you wear when you play sport. So it's called an Anzug. So there are so many things, and now you can just see der Walzer is the waltz dance. Apfelstrudel, which one is that? Strudel. Yeah, we saw that. Das Dachfenster. Dachfenster is a very different one from the other Fenster. Fenster means window. And this is a Dachfenster. What is the difference you see right here? Where this window is placed? Can you look at and tell me the location of this window?
On the roof.
On the roof, exactly. So das Dach means the roof. Yeah. And you see das Butterbrot, exactly the butter bread with cheese and things. And then you have das Würstchen or das Würstel, nothing but the sausage, and that is usually a mustard sauce. Then you have die Autobahn. Just now we spoke about it. Das Frühstück means the breakfast. Und dann der Kranke. Kranke means the sick people. Ich bin krank, we say, right? It is der Kranke, which means the sick people. So this is the first one, and you can see now there are a lot of pictures right here. That is just for an introduction of how we see languages as similar. We have seen all that already. So this lesson will be just like a revision for you. So for instance, you see like the first picture, you can see there are two people, one in black and the other one is somewhat wearing a grayish brown suit. The second one is like another person is coming, and the third picture is they, like, they are talking together, and then a picture says bye bye and all that.
Choose.
Yeah, choose. Now I'm going to share the audio of this as well, and the audio will be played twice. Okay, and look at your book as well to see what it really means, and you have to find out which one is that, or you can just follow the the completely the conversation. Yeah. It will be a little fast, of course, because this is the first or second time you're looking at a video and working with the video. This is the first time. So it might be fast, but just hold on. It is nothing. It's not very difficult. Once you start, like, hearing it again and again, you will get used to it. Okay.
Kapitel 1.
Can you hear the sound as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just hold on. I will also mute.
Guten Tag. Aufgabe 2a. 1.
Hallo Nina.
Hallo Gregor. Wie geht's?
Danke, sehr gut. Und dir?
Es geht, danke.
2.
Hallo Nina.
Hallo Julia. Wie geht's?
Danke, gut. Und dir?
Es geht.
Hallo, ich bin Julia.
Und du? Wer bist du?
Ich heiße Gregor.
Entschuldigung, wie heißt du?
Gregor.
3.
Tschüss.
Tschüss Julia. Bis bald.
Tschüss.
Kapitel 1. Guten Tag. Aufgabe 2a. 1.
Hallo Nina.
Hallo Gregor. Wie geht's?
Danke, sehr gut. Und dir?
Es geht, danke.
2.
Hallo Nina.
Hallo Julia. Wie geht's?
Danke, gut. Und dir?
Es geht.
Hallo, ich bin Julia.
Und du? Wer bist du?
Ich heiße Gregor.
Entschuldigung, wie heißt du?
Gregor.
3.
Tschüss.
Tschüss Julia. Bis bald.
Tschüss.
Okay. So, how was the audio? Do you like to listen to that one more time, or you are good with it? Were you able to, my power came. Good. So, were you able to understand the words? Are you fine with the words? Are the words familiar to you? A
Yeah,
little
ma'am.
bit?
Yeah, little
Yeah.
bit.
So when she says is gate, what does she mean? Is she very good? Is she very, very bad? What is it? Is gate? This one. She says S-gate is like, okay, I'm fine. Okay, 50-50. It's not really like, she's really fine or something. Yeah, I'm good. Like, normal. That's what it means. And then you have, so you have to just see. Hello, Nina. Hello, Gregor. Wie geht's? Gregor is a very, very common German name. And we, like you will hear, like, at least once one person in 20 or 25 will be an Gregor. Yeah, Gregor. Und danke, sehr gut. Und dir? Es geht, danke. Hallo, Nina. Hallo, Julia. Wie geht's? Danke, gut. Und dir? Es geht. Hallo, ich bin Julia. Und du? Wer bist du? Wer bist du? It's a question that we looked into detail the last week. Wer bist du is who are you? Ich heiße Gregor. Entschuldigung, wie heißt du? Gregor. Yeah. So Entschuldigung, wie heißt du? She's asking again because she did not understand the name. So she's asking again. And then they just part away saying, choose, Julia, bis bald means till then. And then again a choose. You can write it with double S or a single S. Both are right. Yeah. Then you have hallo und choose. That's what we have seen already. And here you can see another small dialogue you can listen to and see how you understand it. If you have a book, you can just look at your book. Otherwise, you can look at the board right here.
Aufgabe
1 second, just hold on.
3a.
Ja.
1. Aufgabe 3a. 1.
Guten Morgen. Mein Name ist Nina Weber.
Guten Morgen, Frau Weber. Ich heiße Hansen. Oliver Hansen.
2.
Guten Tag, Frau Kowalski.
Guten Tag, Frau Weber. Wie geht es Ihnen?
Danke gut. Und Ihnen?
Auch gut, danke.
Hallo, Herr Hansen. Das ist meine Kollegin Natalia Kowalski.
Guten Tag, Frau Kowalski. Mein Name ist Hansen.
Guten Tag. Entschuldigung, wie heißen Sie?
Oliver Hansen.
3.
Auf Wiedersehen, Herr Hansen. Tschüss, Frau Weber.
Auf Wiedersehen, Frau Kowalski.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Aufgabe 3a. 1.
Guten Morgen. Mein Name ist Nina Weber.
Guten Morgen, Frau Weber. Ich heiße Hansen. Oliver Hansen.
2.
Guten Tag, Frau Kowalski.
Guten Tag, Frau Weber. Wie geht es Ihnen?
Danke gut. Und Ihnen?
Auch gut, danke.
Hallo, Herr Hansen. Das ist meine Kollegin Natalia Kowalski.
Guten Tag, Frau Kowalski. Mein Name ist Hansen.
Guten Tag. Entschuldigung, wie heißen Sie?
Oliver Hansen.
3.
Auf Wiedersehen, Herr Hansen. Tschüss, Frau Weber.
Auf Wiedersehen, Frau Kowalski.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Aufgabe 3.
Was that were you able to follow what they are saying? It's all the words that we have learned, isn't it? So one thing is like you can say that my Name ist Nina Weber, and then Guten Morgen, Frau Weber. So the main difference between this and this is like you can see the I would say the body language of these two conversations. Yeah, in the first conversation, sorry, 1 second. Yeah, in the first conversation, you see people when they say hi, then they are hugging each other, which means like they know each other very well. Yeah, and it is also like they have a comfort. They are all like, smiling and, they know each other very well. But in the second dialogue, you see that it is all very, very formal. And even the surrounding is something like an office, isn't it? So there you can see how it goes. And also like how they are like, shaking hands with each other. So that is what is the main difference between these two conversations. And you see like, how Kowalski is usually not a very Natalia. Natalia is a German name. You can really Anya, Natania, Tanya. These are all like names which you will hear very often in Germany right now. Tanya and Anya are very, very famous. Natalia auch. Kowalski is the Nachname or a Familienname. And you see that it is exactly like they say Auf Wiedersehen. There it was like bis bald, choose, of course. And Herr Hansen, Frau Kowalski, they are all using their family names, which means that it is a formal way of addressing. This is the difference between the first Dialog of Deutsch, and the zweite Dialog. And here I would like you to just listen to this one, like, how it is written. We have to understand the title always. And we need to really be comfortable in reading the title and understanding the text. Once you understand the title, half your work is done. Ja, so hallo, wer bist du? Hören Sie und lesen Sie. Wie heißen die Personen? So what your work is to just write down where is this guy, what is his name, what is the lady's name, and this lady's name. That's what is your work. Can somebody tell me what is the person's name right here in Dialog 1? What is his name?
Gregor.
Gregor. Sehr gut.
Gregor.
And this lady's name is?
Nina.
Nina. Sehr gut. And the lady with the long hair, what is her name?
Julia.
Julia. Come again. It's Julia. Okay,
Julia.
don't forget that. Don't forget that. And then you have the next one, which is the person right here. What is his name?
Weber.
Frau Weber?
Frau.
No. The man's name. See the arrow mark right here on his face.
Oliver Hansen.
Yeah, sehr gut. Oliver Hansen. And then the lady's name right here with the blonde hair.
Nina Weber.
The white hair right here.
Nina Weber.
Weber.
And you have another lady with a black hair. What is her name?
Natalia.
Natalia Kowalski. Sehr, sehr gut. That is all. Okay. So this is what it is. And what is written right here is also whatever we saw before. Du und sie. Vorname. Ich heiße Nina. Ich bin Nina. Formel sie plus Nachname. Wie heißen Sie? Wie ist Ihr Name? Mein Name ist Weber. Ich heiße Nina Weber. So this is like an Achtung, we say. The exclamation, which means an exclamatory is something like a warning for us. Okay. So what you're going I just muted myself. You're going to look at a video to just look at how it is. Okay. It's going to be a continuation of each of the stories are going to continue from one to the other. So listen carefully, and the video also will be played twice. I'm just switching off my audio so that you can, like, the streaming is much better. Yeah. Okay.
Das ist Bea. Sie kommt aus Berlin. Sie macht ein Praktikum in München. In dieser Zeit wohnt sie bei Familie Berg.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Entschuldigung?
Ja, kann ich helfen?
Ja, ich suche Familie Berg.
Familie Berg, die wohnt gleich da hinten rechts. Komm, ich zeig's dir.
Okay.
Hier wohnt Familie Berg. Niemand da. Ah, da kommt Ella. Hallo Ella, Besuch für dich.
Hallo Felix.
Tschüss.
Ciao. Danke.
Hallo, ich bin Ella.
Hallo, ich heiße Bea.
Das ist Bea. Sie kommt aus Berlin. Sie macht ein Praktikum in München. In dieser Zeit wohnt sie bei Familie Berg.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Entschuldigung?
Ja, kann ich helfen?
Ja, ich suche Familie Berg.
Familie Berg, die wohnt gleich da hinten rechts. Komm, ich zeig's dir.
Okay.
Hier wohnt Familie Berg. Niemand da. Ah, da kommt Ella. Hallo Ella, Besuch für dich.
Hallo Felix.
Tschüss.
Ciao. Danke.
Hallo, ich bin Ella.
Hallo, ich heiße Bea.
Yeah. So, how was this film? Was it understandable?
Little more, ma'am.
What is it, Abik?
Little.
Little you were able to understand?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, at times it is, yeah, of course, it's very, very informal at times because see, like the girl comes in, and what is she called? The girl? Let us see whether you have really got the name. Sie heißt Bea, B-E-A, which comes from the full name Beatrice. So it's a very German name, completely 100% a German name. Beatrice or Beatrice. So it is B-E-A is her name. And she comes from, did you get all those informations? Where she comes from? What is she going to do? There are like many words you might not know, but you can look out for the name of these three people. What is the boy's name? That was quite easy, I think.
show you one more.
One more time. Okay, so now look at the video for options. Okay, like what is the little girl's name, the other girl, the big girl, and that boy's name. And also look for one more thing, where she is coming from. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Das ist Bea. Sie kommt aus Berlin. Sie macht ein Praktikum in München. In dieser Zeit wohnt sie bei Familie Berg.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Entschuldigung?
Ja, kann ich helfen?
Ja, ich suche Familie Berg.
Familie Berg, die wohnt gleich da hinten rechts. Komm, ich zeig's dir.
Okay.
Hier wohnt Familie Berg. Niemand da. Ah, da kommt Ella. Hallo Ella, Besuch für dich.
Hallo Felix.
Tschüss.
Ciao. Danke.
Hallo, ich bin Ella.
Hallo, ich heiße Bea.
Okay, now, what's the little girl's name?
Ella. Ella.
Ella. Sehr
Ella.
good. Ella. I hear it as Ella means the plant's leaves. That's what I hear. Okay, so what's the big girl's name?
Felix.
Felix.
Abig, that's the
Felix.
girl's name. I'm asking
yeah.
the girl's name. The girl's name is Bea.
Bea.
And the boy's name is? You
Felix.
were right.
Felix.
Felix. Yeah, Felix is a very common
Felix.
name as well. Yeah, Felix is a very, very common name in Germany. And where is she coming from? Sie kommt aus?
I think it's Berlin.
Very good. Sie kommt aus Berlin. And where is she going?
Fabi Park.
To the apartment, of course, right? But
Yeah.
they say something. Sie
Munich.
macht, what is it? They say sie macht ein Praktikum in München. München is Munich. Munich, the place Munich, yeah, the capital city of the Bayern state is Munich.
Yeah.
If you have the map, I can show you maybe right here is München. Can you see? It's Bayern and Munich. This is the see Munich is at the end of the state, the country, and this is where I lived, Stuttgart. So the Berlin is right here. The capital city Berlin is on the top. You can see. Actually, she is from Berlin, but she has come for a practicum. Is nothing but internship. Yeah. So I'm just going like it's practicum with ein K. Whenever there is a C, then we say K, isn't it? So I'm just going to just write it right here. So for your practicum. Practicum is internships. They have internships as young as they are 12 or 13 years. They do internships, and they also do internships when they are in their degree, like the bachelor degree, high school. They go for a 6 months internship, and we will see in the coming, the coming lessons about Bea and Ella, and of course Felix comes and goes, but why she is here, what does she do. So this lessons will have a continuation of the story of Bea. Yeah, we will see that. And also when she does a practicum, she is going to live with the familiar bag. And they say it is very, very common in Germany. When you you don't have to look for a hotel, or you don't have to look for apartment or something. There are also like families who will take you for 6 months as a paying guest. You need to pay. They will have one room. They will give you food, whatever they they cook, they give you, or you can buy your own food. It'll be written breakfast at the house, lunch you have to look at for somewhere, and dinner again at the house. So either that way, or you anyway you go for your to your one of your friends place, the place or something. But the thing is, it is very common in in Germany to do practicum. Practicum is very important, and I usually get at least 10 to 15 applications every year for my school, where we invite two volunteers from. This is the only year that we didn't have, as this coronavirus was completely there, and we couldn't really want to take the risk of bringing them here. They have a very low immunity at times, the Germans, when they come to India especially. And we do see that it is sometimes it is very, very difficult for them to adopt the climate here. Otherwise they are fine. And if you see, I usually look at their resume of the biodata. Is surprised, how is that possible, at least three, they must have done 3 months of internship somewhere before, just they must have just finished their 12th grade, and they have this practicum. They do a lot of things like this, a practicum they call it. And practicum is nothing but the internship. Okay, so then we'll just go down to just look at what else. I have to delete it, otherwise it comes with me. Okay. Okay. So there is a lazy Übung 4. So whenever I'm going to say, I'm going to use it's Übung means exercise, number, and then a number. Yeah. Übung 4a means 4a. Okay. So your work here is to really look in, of course, you're going to listen to audio again, and then you are going to find out about this person, and you have a match the following. For instance, you have a 1 2 3, and you have a b c. Yeah, can you see that?
Yeah.
1 second, I'm just going to take this. Yeah. So you have 1, 2, 3 und dann A, B und C. You're going to match it, but before that, you are going to read and then listen. Yeah. First, whenever you have a listening activity, what you need to do is to first read the questions properly. Lesen Sie und hören Sie. First listen and then sorry, first read it and then listen. Ordnen Sie die Antworten zu. Ordnen is to match. Okay. And Antworten means to answer. So you have Fragen und Antworten. Fragen is to question, Antworten is to answer.
Yes.
So right here, what you have is, woher kommen Sie, Frau Lang? Welche Sprachen sprechen Sie? Then you have to match these three things after listening to the audio. The audio will be played twice. Okay, find the answers. You will be able to. It's not very difficult.
4a.
Woher kommen Sie, Frau Lang?
Ich komme aus Deutschland.
Welche Sprachen sprechen Sie?
Ich spreche Spanisch, Englisch und Deutsch.
Wo wohnen Sie?
Ich wohne in Frankfurt.
Aufgabe 4a. Aufgabe 4a.
Woher kommen Sie, Frau Lang?
Ich komme aus Deutschland.
Welche Sprachen sprechen Sie?
Ich spreche Spanisch, Englisch und Deutsch.
Wo wohnen Sie?
Ich wohne in Frankfurt.
I think it was easy, isn't it?
Yeah, ma'am.
Which eins, was ist die richtige Antwort? Which is the right answer? Ein. B. Sehr gut. Okay. Zwei. Anyone else? Ajil, wait. Someone else? Zwei.
Long.
Ah. Yeah, it's not A. A is English. Zwei. Ah, sehr gut. Drei. Drei? I didn't hear you. Wo wohnen Sie? Anyone else? Drei? Say, it's really there right there. Yeah. Ich wohne in Frankfurt. So this is how who is he? Do you know him? This guy? Looks very similar. Like I've seen him in some movie. I think so. Ich weiß nicht. Wie heißt du? Ich heiße Jan. Woher kommst du? Aus. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, ma'am.
Is it breaking?
Little bit.
So just hold on, okay? My power has come back, but I think I need to change to the router right here, which is on. Yeah. I'm just going to change it. Just hold on for a minute. I'll just come back and join you. It will be much more clear when I. Yeah, just hold on. you hear me clearly? Yeah. Hopefully this is better because I've just connected to my router. Okay, so this is what it is, and let us just see this guy. I think like he's very, very familiar to me. I don't know. I've seen him in some movie. I don't know. Okay, so this is what it is, and you see that, you know, what is the Spielen Sie Dialoge? Wie heißt du? And woher kommst du? And wo wohnst du? These are all saying things that, you know, you did a sich vorstellen exactly the same way. You see that you are just asking names and Fragen und Antworten. Yeah. And the one thing that here in Übungssee, which is very important, is this. Yeah. Das ist Frau Lang. Das ist means that is Frau or the lady Lang. Lang is a Familienname. And then because she says right here, woher kommen Sie, Frau Lang? And she says, Selina Lang. It's her visiting card. You can see right here. Sie ist ein Reiseführerin, tourist guide. And what are all these languages that she speaks? Deutsch, Spanish, and English. And she lives in the Ludwigstraße 39, Sächsisch 327 Frankfurt. Telefon plus 49 0171 8264731. And then you have Selina at langguide.de. So this is a small visiting card. She is a tourist guide and she speaks 3 languages. And I want you all to look at the address right here. We usually use the street number first, isn't it? We do the maybe like 14 Rabindranath Tagore Street, and then, you know, New Delhi, and then we do then the pin code. But you see right here, this is the format of the German way of writing the address. First, the street name comes. Second, the house number. Third, the pin code. And fourth, the city where you live in. And finally, fifth, if you want to add on to the country name, then it is Deutschland. Then telephone number is all there, but then, yeah, this is how the address is written. So when you come here, you can see Sie kommt aus Deutschland, Sie, and you can look at what is the verb which will come here to fit into this blank is what you need to find. But before that, if at all you need to really have the pronomen, you know, this ich is I, du is you, er, sie, es is he, she, it. We will look into that in detail and then we will go into this exercise. But here you can say, das ist Frau Lang, sie kommt aus Deutschland, sie wohnt in Frankfurt. Jan kommt aus Frankfurt. Er, or we say, where does Jan come from? He comes from Frankfurt, aber er wohnt in Zurich. Zurich is a capital of which country? Switzerland. Yeah, good. So this is how it is written. So we will just go into one of the other audio and then come back right here. Have we seen Der, die, das already? Have we seen that? I am a little like, you know, out of place to understand whether we have seen one. I'll show you. We have just done this, I think. We have not done the Der, die, das. I did with the other class, but I'm not very sure whether I did with you. Well, second. Did we do this?
No.
No. Okay, so we will just look into the Deutsche Pronomen, which is very, very important for us. And der, die, das, what does it mean? What are these three?
The genders.
The genders, they are good. The three genders in German, the male word, the female word, and the neutral word. Yeah. And Genus, we say that in Deutsch, gender is Genus, Genus. Yeah, Genus. I think like I will also upload this document into your folder. You can look at it later whenever you have time, you can revise it. Die Personalpronomen lernen. This is what we are going to do in the end of this file. You will be able to really say what is ich, du, es, yes, everything in detail. Du und ich, das sind wir. You and I, that is we together, W-E, right? It's just a simple phrase. And then you have the drei Genus in Deutschen, Maskulinum, Femininum und Neutrum. So Maskulinum is nothing but the masculine gender, drei Genera or Genus. And you have the first one is Maskulinum, Femininum und Neutrum. Yeah, I would like you definitely after I finish this, you can just note it down in your note also for your reference. Okay. So the article gibt das Genus an. You can see all the articles right here. Okay. Der Mann, der Tag, the day, the man are masculinum in gender. When you go to the femininum in gender, you have die Frau und die Nacht. The lady and the night are femininum in gender. Neutrum, you have das Auto und das Wort. The car and the word. Yeah. So these are the different words in masculinum, femininum, and neutrum. And it has a lot of verbs in each of it. But there are some rules also. We will look at the rules in the next class to find out if there are like 10 words. How do you find whether it is masculinum, femininum, und neutrum? Yeah. So look at the colors of these and you will be able to just like gauge or just guess. So we have all these things. Yeah. They have given some words to find, like to give us some small indications of what it could be. Mond. What do you think it could be? Can you give a guess?
Monday?
No.
Moon.
Moon. Sehr good. It's the moon. Der Mond is the moon. Die Sonne.
The sun.
That's right. Hi, Setu. That's the sun. Das Buch.
That the book.
The book. But what gender is that, Ajil?
It's neutral.
Neutral, they are good. Is Neutrum. Yeah. Then you have die Frage. Frage, what does it mean?
Question.
Questions. Sehr good, Vishnu and Ajal. Yeah. Question. Und das ist die Frage. Femininum. Der Name. You know it. The name. The name, even the name has a gender. So everything, every single thing, that's the first rule that we learned, isn't it? Every single thing which is a noun has a gender. So der Name ist der Name. It is a masculinum word. Das Kleid. Any guesses?
Dress.
Dress. And das Kleid is a long dress that the lady wears. Usually that is called a Kleid. Kleidung, on the other hand, mean clothes. Yeah. Kleidung means clothes, and Kleid is the long dress that a lady wears. That's Kleid. So you will look into the pictures. So just like, Recall. Try out for yourself. It's an independent work. You have like 2-3 minutes time. You can write down the words if you want to, and then write, for instance, dishonor. If you have not written from there, you can write it here. And find out the gender of each of these. You just saw it right now. Okay, so zona. What's the article?
Feminine.
Come again?
Diasona.
No. It's very yeah, of course we need to practice. It's the first class, like first time you're seeing all these words, so it's totally fine. You just have to try. One is diamond, means the masculine. The moon is masculine, so you need to have an image. You know how I have an image of the moon? When I used to study A1, I used to like draw like all these doodling. I use a lot of like doodling as my this thing, like in my note I would write der mond. I won't write der mond. Instead I draw a sun, sorry, a moon with a hat or with a mustache. Hat can be like even girls may use a nice mustache or a like or maybe with anything, like it could be your imagination. That's how I do the moon. And the sun with a beautiful with a beautiful hair with a flowers, or maybe with a lipstick which is like with a mouth with a beautiful red lipstick. So just imagine something, like have an image. For instance, if I say zona, yeah, immediately you either see this picture and immediately register in your brain that zona means the sun. That is how we make associations. And here you have to be more creative to make these associations. And the best way of learning vocabulary, there are many ways. For me, I would actually write down small, like cards or maybe papers. I used to write 10 words every week. Okay. And I used to put that on the wall where I used to sit and work. And every single day I will read the words. And the first time it would be with the article. And then after like 2 days, I will actually flip the first part of the word inside, and so only the words just like this will be there. So I'll try my best to remember the articles: die Sonne, der Name, der Junge, die Frage, der Wort, die Nacht, die Frau, der Mann, der Mund, das Kleid, der Tag, das Buch. So I'll do this. And the third time, I'll write down all the English names alone on one day, and the next day I will write with the article the German names. There are many ways of learning vocabulary. You can choose, but you need to choose one way of learning vocabulary. And the next class, you will tell me how you're going to do to learn the vocabulary every week. You can come up with your ways, but the only thing is, like, you have to be consistently doing it at least till the end of this class, means till the end of A1. Yeah, you see how you want to do it. So one of my friend, when I used to study in Germany, she used to really use sticky notes, and she will be sticking it on every object inside her house. That is how she started. She had a refrigerator, for instance, der Kühl shrunk, and there will be a small sticky note on the stove, der Elektroherd, and then wash machine. So then you have the, wash becken means the washing sink, or the wash basin, you may say. So she used to have sticky notes all over. So whichever is your way, choose one way and consistently do it for the rest of the weeks to come. And I would definitely need each one of you to choose one way, and minimum 10 words is your goal. And if you're doing more, very well and good, but not less. 10 minimum words you will learn. And one of the days you can just quickly read out all the 10 words. Maybe on Friday, we can say, from Friday to Friday, you have a weekend as well, isn't it? So you can say, like, ma'am, these are the words, the 10 words that I learned this week. And you can say with the article, die Sonne, der Name, der Junge, die Frage. It goes on like that. And choose one way. Yeah. So who is going to read the first line for us? All the 4 words with the articles. Try, just try. If it's wrong, it's totally fine. No problem. Just try. No one wants to. That's sad. Come on. One of you have to read it. I don't want to call the name. The first row alone. Sonne, Name, Junge, Frage. Go a little. What could that be? Ajil, can you read the first one? First row, please.
Yeah, ma'am. Let me try.
Yes.
Die Sonne, der Name,
Very good.
der Junge.
Junge.
Okay.
Sehr good. Okay.
And der Frage.
Die Frage. And mostly, if you see die Sonne, die Frage, you can see that 90% of the words which ends with an E usually belongs to the femininum. Yeah, except the second word here in front of you is Name. Name alone is der Name. Yeah, so there are exceptions, but 90% you can be like Junge, for instance. It's a boy, so that is an exception. There are exceptions, but 90% of the words which ends with an E usually is femininum in gender. Sehr good, Ajil. Very good try. Vishnu, can you do the second row for us, please?
Yeah. Das Wort. Die Nacht.
Sehr good.
Next. Diaphragm.
Lady, no. How can you say diaphragm?
Sorry.
Das?
No, das, ma'am. There.
No, der?
Frau.
It's a femininum. What is a feminine article? Die Frau. D-I-E. Die Frau.
Die Frau.
Yeah, because it's femininum, it's die Frau. And then Mann.
Der
man.
Der Mann. Sehr good. Okay, Abik, the third row, please.
Desmond.
Dasmond? No.
No, sir.
I told you with a mustache. Mustache is like, what do you say in English? Mustache is English. and Misai.
Yeah. Mm,
Diamond.
Diamond. A little confusion.
No problem. It will be. Initially, it will be. Only after a lot of practice, you will get it.
Diamond.
Mhm. Clyde? No, that is Das Clyde. Yeah. Tag.
Das Clyde.
Mhm.
And for tag, die tag is correct.
Der Tag. Der Tag and Buch. Das Buch. Sehr gut. So, die Sonne, der Name, der Junge, die Frage, das Wort, die Nacht, die Frau, der Mann, der Mond, das Kleid, der Tag, das Buch. Yeah. So are the names of these, and you can even have this as your first 12-word list for this week. Yeah, you don't have to really do something like, and again, you can just practice these 12 words, like how you did manchmal, heute, gestern. Like we had a small table, isn't it? So you can use these words also for your vocabulary. Okay. And I'm going to put this in front of you. So find out, like you can see, like except for these two, one der die das and was bedeutet, these two, these chits are words. Can you find out the English meaning of these words and write down in your note? If you say, for instance, one example I can give you, zum Beispiel, Familie means family. You know it. So write down whatever words you find here and in your note, and if you can guess some words also is fine. You have maybe 3 minutes you can take to finish this task.
Okay.
Is it clear? Should I just zoom in again?
Yes.
Maybe 1 second, wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what are all the words that you could find out from this list? Anyone can just like tell me what are all the words that you have already guessed it.
Music.
Musik. Auf Deutsch, how do we say that? Musik.
Music.
Musik. Sehr gut. Music is music. That's right. Familiar, family. That's what we have seen. Okay. Next.
Wetter.
Come again.
Wetter means weather.
Abik, that's right. Wetter is weather. That's right.
And handy means mobile phone.
Handy is mobile phone. That's right.
Bleach means
Hund,
pencil.
dog.
Hund is dog. That's right, Vishnu. Ajay, you wanted to say something?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Bleistift is pencil.
Very good, Abik. Bleistift is pencil. Yeah, Bleistift is pencil. Sehr gut. Anything else?
Stellar.
Writer.
That's right. Schriftsteller means a writer. That's right. Anything else? Hobby. That's also a very easy word, isn't it?
Hobby.
Yeah, hobby is hobby. Say day. We don't say CD. CD is in English. Say, abet say day. Say day.
Sad.
Say day. Say day is what, Vishnu? What is say day?
CD.
It's CD. Yeah. And then you have everything else is done. Computer. My God, that's the most easiest one.
Computer.
Computer.
It's
Computer.
Computer. Sehr gut. And Mode Designerin.
Fashion design.
Wow. Mode Designerin is fashion designer. Now tell me, which are all the words which is masculinum, which are femininum, which are neutral? Very, very easy. When I showed it to my 9th grade, once I did this with them last year, I think. They immediately found out.
Der Hund.
Their Hund, okay? No, they didn't know the meanings of many words, but still they found out which words are masculine, which words are feminine, and which words are neutral. How do you think they did that? They did not know the meanings.
That's handy.
That's right. Look at the picture right here. You will be able to find out which are which.
By the colors. The pink colors are maybe feminine.
Exactly. The pink are the feminine words. Okay. Then
The blue are the masculine.
blue are the masculine words, and the light, it's not green, of course, but the light bluish and greenish color are the
Neutral.
neutral. That is how they have used right here, isn't it? See? Can you see? Der, die, das. And here as well, in the previous one also. Der, die und das. Yeah. So these are all the words that is masculinum, is der Schriftsteller. And can somebody tell me, if I am a writer, if I am a female, how will I be called? For professions, I told you something. Lehrer, what is the teacher who is a female? How is she called?
Die D-I-E.
Die Lehrer, no. I told you, ich bin blank von Beruf. Ajmal said er ist Lehrer von Beruf. Ich bin Lehrer von Beruf is what Ajmal said. But I said something else. I added 2 letters somewhere in the word to make it feminine. If you remember correctly, you will find it out easily. For instance, I have said this a lot of times. Ich bin Karpagam, ich bin 36 Jahre alt, ich bin Lehrerin von Beruf. If you add in, the end of the word in, to any word, then it becomes a female profession. In German of Deutsch, you have a separate name for a male profession and a female profession. Yeah. So if you say Schriftsteller, Schriftstellerin is a female profession. You can look at the Modedesignerin. So is that a male or a female? Modedesignerin?
Is female.
Female. So what will be the male job of Modedesignerin?
Mode
More
design.
No.
Yeah, good. Mode designer is a male job, and mode designerin is a female job. Pilot, for instance, pilot, pilotin. Arzt, Ärztin, doctor. Then you have engineer, Ingenieurin. Then you have Bausteller. What is it?
Nothing.
Okay. Bausteller is a person who builds houses. Baustellerin. Yeah. Künstler. Künstler is an artist. And if it's female version, then we say female job, then we say Künstlerin. Yeah. So remember this. Whenever there is a profession, adding in to the end of the word will make it as a femininum job. And you have this word called bedeutet. Was bedeutet? What does it mean? What is the meaning of this word bedeutet? Comes from the verb bedeuten. Any idea? Bedeutet, was bedeutet das? I use it very often. Bedeuten means meaning. What is the meaning? Ja, bedeutet, was bedeutet das? Or können Sie sich das einmal wiederholen, to repeat it again? Can you say that again? Was bedeutet das? Means what does it mean? Yeah. So that is all for in this. We will go back to our work. Okay. And here you have something called genus. Doesn't mean Geschlecht, which is genus is the gender of the word. Doesn't mean it is the gender of the person. Geschlecht is like it translates to sex. Gender doesn't mean it is equivalent to sex. Yeah, which means das Mädchen. Das Mädchen is not a it. It is a girl. Mädchen are little girls. That's who we call it as Mädchen. Das Baby. When I say das Baby, you will never know whether the baby is a boy or a girl. You will never know the sex of the baby, whether it's a boy or a girl. Das Kind, for instance, the child. When I say the child is 5 years old, you will never be able to find out whether that is a male or a female. And die Person. Person can be a man or a Frau, Mann or a Frau, or man or a lady. So it doesn't mean when you have der, die, das in German, if you say this, for instance, der Tisch, das Handy, der Mond, doesn't mean like, the moon is it's a male object. No, we call it with a male gender, diamond. Doesn't mean the moon is male and the sun is female. No, it's not that. But the thing is, like in German, we have three gender words and we put every word into each of these categories. That's the only understanding that you need to know. And whenever it comes to the like the Neutrum, you need to remember these three for sure. Okay, write it down in your note. Das Mädchen, das Baby, das Kind. These three are always 100% neutral words. Thus, Mädchen means young girl. The girl you look at in the picture is ein Mädchen. Das Baby is the baby that you see right here. Das Kind is a child. Okay. So when you write here, you can say this, but before that I'm going to stop sharing. We will just do a small like a group work. So it will be a two group. So what I would like you to do is to see, like we have learned about father, brother, sister, cousin, all of that, right? Like just like do a small Familienbaum. Familienbaum is, one second. Okay. Familienbaum is nothing but a family tree. Familienbaum. Der Baum means the tree. You have to discuss with the others and do your family tree. Okay. And help the others also. Help each other to find the words if you don't know the words. And I would like you to come up with, of course, the Großmutter, Großvater, then your mama, papa, and then, Oma, opa, or cousina, Neffe, all of this. And then we will have a small discussion. That is the last topic that I have for you for today. So you can go into the room, spend not more than 10 minutes, and then we will come for a discussion. It's almost 40, 5:40. 38, so maybe 40 48 you should be back, so we'll have like 6 minutes for each group. There are only two groups. Okay, and I would like you to just draw a small hierarchy, like you have a box and you have a bar diagram, or however you would like to just like draw the hierarchy where you stand, and maybe you can just like grow your tree like that. Yeah, okay, see you in 10 minutes. யாரு? சரி, நான் அதை ஃப்ரிட்ஜ்ல வச்சிருக்கேன்னு சொல்ல அக்கா கிட்ட. அப்பா வந்தாச்சா? நீ எவ்வளவு முடிச்சிருக்க? கொண்டு வா உன்னோட புக்கு கண்ணா. Hey, Setu. You was kicked out of the room, is it? Can you hear
No.
me?
Hello?
Yeah, Setu, yeah.
No, there's some problem with my laptop, so I changed to my phone.
Ah, okay. Would you like to join them? You have a minute more, or is it okay that you are here?
It's okay anyway, not a problem.
Okay. How are your studies going on? Good, or you are struggling? How is it now for you?
It's everything is online, so not much struggle. More of like assignments and group projects.
Ah, okay. So, what are you
Is
studying,
it
Setu? I forgot.
I study a master's in international business.
Ah, international business. Okay.
And ma'am, is this the first class for them?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Is it the second?
it is almost this batch. They are doing it for the book. With the book, it's the first class today. But without the book, the 10 PPTs, they are there with me from, I can just 1 second, hold on. I'll tell you when we started. Somewhere around the 9th of the last month. It's been a month with us, like with me, and it's been there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 classes are over. 10, 13 classes are over, Setu.
Okay.
Yeah. But with the book, if you're going to start with the book, this is the first class, so it's not going to be like, difficult for you at all, because whatever we do in the 10 the presentation is just like kind of I would say a brush up, and you are a little comfortable with the language, all of that. Otherwise it is okay.
Okay.
But if you have any doubts when we do the book, or if you need any like videos, like I have shared in the chat window, I have shared the link for the drive as well, so you could see it, and then you can just like see all the materials are there, right there. Yeah. So look, I will just repost it, because I just went out of the meeting. And are you able to see the drive in front of
I
the
have
drive?
last time for the last batch I had
Ha.
two PDF, lection one
Eins and
PDF and
zwei.
lection two, and the book is Dia Bruschke something.
Die Brücke Netzwerk is the I'll just like post you the link of the drive which we use for this group, is a very different one from that group. So I'll post the link after the class so that you can look at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Setu. Yeah. Okay. So were you able to find out what are all the names of your family members who were in group 1? Ajil and Shrijesh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what are all the names that you have found? Like for instance, Mutter is mother. So that like that, what are all the vocabularies that you know already about familia?
Motor.
Mhm.
Outer.
Vater. Mhm.
Father.
Father, okay.
And Bruder.
Brothers, they are good. The brother. Mhm.
Schwester.
Schwester, yeah, means sister. Yes, Satish,
Ma'am,
any
can
other words?
you spell out that word,
Sure,
Schwester?
sure. Maybe I'll write it down the time you just say it. Maybe I'll just write it down. I'll say R, which means der. Okay. So I'm a little der Vater. Okay. E is for D. Okay. Die Mutter. Der Bruder. From now on, I'll use R, E, and S for thus. Okay. In case if we have thus. And E, die Schwester.
Just try.
Die Schwester. Okay. Satish, any other words?
Uncle.
Oncles, yeah, good. Uncle. Uncle, K-L-E or K-E-L?
K-E.
KEL.
Really?
Yes. K-E.
Where is Vishnu? I could hear only his voice. Vishnu,
Yeah.
tell us.
Tandy.
Come on. Tanti? You
Yeah.
have. There is E-N-K-E-L and O-N-K-E-L. What is the difference?
ONKEL.
Means what?
Oh, uncle.
Uncle. Aunt?
Tanty.
Tanta.
Oh, Tanter. Sorry, ma'am. R is silent. Sorry.
No problem.
A little.
Uncle. Yeah. And then you have D. Tanta. Okay. And then any
Oma.
other words from the second group?
Oma.
Oma. D. Oma.
Yeah.
Or she is also called as gross mutter.
Then
Gross means
gross water. Hello. Fatter.
sehr gut. Großvater. Opa. Und dann gibt es Großvater. Okay, then cousin. Der Cousin. It's a French word. Cousin. Und die. Somebody said something I'm not able to hear. Can you come again, please? No? Der Cousin und die Cousine means the cousin and the cousin who is a girl. Cousine. Yeah. And then you have anyone else in the family?
What about wife?
Come on.
Oh.
Good. Very good. He didn't forget his wife. Good. She is your Ehefrau. Ehefrau means spouse or your wife. Or you can just say meine Frau.
Mine.
Sie ist meine Frau means she is my wife. Er ist mein Mann means like he is my husband. Yeah. So meine Frau und mein Ehemann means the man who you have married, of course. And then you have mein Mann. Meine Frau und mein Mann. Ehefrau, Ehemann. Yeah. Then.
Ich.
Oh my God. Thankfully, that's right. I should just like give you an applause because nobody says ish. That's what I end up with saying. Like, where are you in this family tree? Yeah. This is the first time I'm hearing Vishnu ish.
Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah. Good to hear that.
Brilliant time.
Bitte schön. What else? What are the other people? If you have a twin brother or a twin sister, how do you call them as? Twins. They are called Zwillinge. Die Zwillinge, not double Z. Die Zwillinge. Zwillinge means twins. Okay. And you have, my brother has twins, girls. And I would say, mein Bruder ist verheiratet. Hat 2 Kinder und sie sind Zwillinge. Und Drillinge. Drillinge means 3 children, the triplet. Drillinge, you can see a lot of Zwillinge und Drillinge in Deutschland. Why is that so? Why do they have a lot of like twins and triplets? Do you know the reason? No?
No idea.
They all get like they all have most of them, not all. I won't usually use this word all in for German. So most of the people have their babies once they cross this 38, 39, 40 years. Yeah. So sometimes it becomes very, very difficult for these people to conceive. So what they do is like they go for a very simple treatment just to really like, see and like because 40 years is a age which is really not very simple for a woman to get a baby. No stereotyping here at all. It is just that our physical body doesn't really like, cooperate with us a lot of times. Of course, we have Aishwarya Rai and so many people who take very good care of their body, having a baby at the age of 38, 39, 40, all of that. But mostly it is like very tired. At the time when they go for a treatment, what happens is like either they have a twin or a triplet. And many people, it runs in the family as well. If they are one of the triplets, they have a triplet. They are one of the twin, they have twins. And many, many people in Germany, you will see two trams which is attached. It's so beautiful to see, like like three prams together, which means the mother would be like holding one pram which has three like baskets. There'll be three children sitting together, all the three looking alike, wearing the same dress, wearing the same shoes, everything. It's so beautiful, and the blue eyes is like sometimes you just want to just go nicely squeeze and cuddle the baby. That's the feeling you get at times. So Zwilling, huh? And when I say, do you have a sibling? Sibling, the word sibling is Geschwister. Geschwister. Hast du Geschwister? That's the question some people will ask you. Hast du? It's personal, like when it comes to sich vorstellen. Yeah, Geschwister. Geschwister is sibling. Hast du Geschwister? Do you have a sibling? That's what it means. Yeah. And then you have vielleicht Onkel, Tante, Oma, Neffe. Neffe, Nichte und Neffe. Die Nichte.
Nephew.
Ja, that's right. Die Nichte und der Neffe. Who is this? What is the relationship, the Nichte und der Neffe to us?
Nisht means
No, what is the relationship? Explain the relationship between us and for me, if I'm going to say he's my nephew or nephew, what is the relationship between me and this person, nephew of mine?
they are siblings.
Hmm? Sibling is Geschwister. Sibling is Geschwister. Oh,
Siblings, babies.
they're not
Cousins,
siblings.
cousins, babies.
Cousins, baby, siblings, babies. That's also right. My brother's child or the children is either a nephew or nishta for me. Yeah, our brother's children are nephew and nishta. Yeah, but my child and my brother's children are cousin and cousina. In case if it's boy and girl, whatever applies. Yeah, so that is what is cousin and cousin. Cousin is the only word in English, but we have cousin and cousina, Geschwister, Nichte, Neffe. And for instance, you're not married, but you still live with a girl. What is she called? Girlfriend in English. What do you call of Deutsch? I'm not going to write that. Any idea?
I don't know.
Partner.
Partner.
If it's a partner or the partnerin. If you're living together and you have partner und Partnerin means a person whom you live together, still not married, is mein Partner und Partnerin means your friend who's living with you. Yeah, you get married to, you don't get married to is not a question at all. Partner und Partnerin, she's my partner, if that's what it means. Yeah, so these are all the words of the familial bound. Okay, so next week I would like you to just draw one family tree with, of course, like do it alone. After you have written down this, once read it, like once or twice read it, and then please do a one familial baum for me. Okay, one small hierarchy kind of, you can share your screen with us. So it should be in your system, or you have to take a picture from your note and keep it in the system to share your screen so that we can talk about your family. You can tell us about your family. Ja?
Ja.
Okay, das ist alles von mir. Wir sind fertig. We are done. Fertig, Fertig means we are done. Okay, so
Okay.
tschüss
Servus.
und auf
Servus, ma'am.
Wiedersehen. Tschüss,
Auf Wiedersehen, ma'am.
Servus.
Servus,
Auf
ma'am.
Wiedersehen, Agil.
Bye.
Servus, ma'am.
Servus. Ciao. Okay, so say to just wait, okay? I'm just going to send you the document, just the drives, just looking out for it. Just hold on. Yeah, it's here. Okay, Setu, this is what is this is the link of the drive. It has all the presentations inside it. You can just look at it once, and if you have any doubts, just ping me, Setu. Okay, are you there? Can you hear me, Setu?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Just copy this link alone, Setu, and be ready with the book. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just take a copy, or if you can, actually Poland will have a lot of second-hand shops as well, where you can get a very new book also. I got my A2 book like that from a second-hand shop, which was like completely untouched. You don't have to go, you can order it online as well in case if you have. Otherwise, don't spend on this book too much. You can just take a copy of the book and keep it with you.
So is it
Yeah.
this one, the copy of KU PDF? Or...
Yes, the first one. Okay, not the second one. A2 is for the next one. I have put the A2 here. Don't take the A2, just the A1 alone.
Just a minute.
Yeah, I'll share my screen in case if I have to. This one. Copy of iDoc, PUB, Netzwerk is there, right? That's what it is. Oh, it says download. It's okay. I'll just like open
so copy
it.
of idoc.pub. Okay.
Yeah. I'll show you. Just hold on for a minute. We'll just be clear on the grounds, because I don't want you to really like, you are there and I don't want to be a mistake. I'll just look at it and then you can just go. 1 second. It's getting down. Yeah, this one, Setu. Okay. Clearly A1 is written right here.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the book that you will need for your next classes. See how you can take it. Wednesday is going to be just a conversation class. You don't need your book with you. Monday and Fridays, we work with the book, grammar, and everything. Wednesdays, we keep it just for conversation. We just keep the base as conversation.
Since already the 10 classes are over, so from where should I, start up again?
You don't have to really spend a lot of time right there. What you could do is like you start with your Lexion 1 from the presentation, and you also have something called Learn German in the YouTube, which is very good, and you can I'll just like put that also in here. Learn German and A1. This is what will be your the links for many videos. You can just look at the first 4 or 5 videos. That's all you will need.
Okay, because in the drive which you shared with me, I have GIOT A1 exam pattern, grammar, listening and speaking, then the presentation. So just go through the presentation.
No, the one which I have sent right now doesn't have any of these. It's
no,
like
this was shared with me before for the previous batch. In
that
the morning.
batch they are doing like I'm also preparing them for in case a few of them want to do examinations. So we will also come to that when we finish at least like lesson 4 from a book. So they are in their lesson 5 right now. So they have a very different the materials are the same, but they are in a very different level. Here what you could do is like you can copy this drive down and start working with this drive. So I keep on adding whenever we are done with something. For instance, today we did the Adidas. Then you will have this Lingoda, the PPT or the PDF in your drive. One by one, I'll add to it so that it is not much confusing for you.
Okay, ma'am, and in the lessons there is 1, 2, 5, 9, 10, and
It is like, it'll be like two copies at times, because
okay.
like some people they copy it, and I have given the edit option because they need to download. They have copied it again in the same drive, so it has become 2 copies. It's all the
Yeah.
same version. Setu, only one thing is, one file will be with audio, one file is without audio. Without audio, you can't hear the pronunciations. With audio, I would have just like added the pronunciations to the PPT. That is all is the difference.
So just go through the lessons for now and download and take a print of the book, right?
Yeah. Just take you can do the presentations online. Just take the printout of the book for Friday. Okay.
Okay. The lessons
If you
which you
have it,
have
it will be
uploaded
good.
in the drive, right? That will be fine for now.
Yeah. That is 100% fine for you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Cheers. Good to have you. Bye.
Bye.